Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, I don't always get to fire someone, but when I do it's because they're an idiot. When they give you sass for a dumb mistake. Please text link to my phone, not my email on my phone. Why didn't you tell me that? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. I don't always get to fire someone, but when I do it's because they're an idiot. Spurred on by a tale of PoE not powering a laptop, I have this cautionary tale from my last job. Before I had the team around me that I did, before Sansa Stark came to work for me, there was a desktop support engineer who applied for the role of Tech 1 and landed the role with a fantastic interview, positive attitude, and the fact that he was so much of a nerd like me. Unfortunately, we found out that Nerdy Tech was a little bit unhinged. Tech, what's the deal with these power over Ethernet injectors? Me, the boss got an outside company in to source the network, and they stiffed us with the most expensive brand they could find. We have to buy their PoE injectors, which are twice the price of the others. Tech, half joking it would be cheaper to create our own. Cut to a week later. The new Wi-Fi node has arrived. I assigned Nerdy Tech to configure it, and as he was certified to work at heights, to install it. I'm minding my own business finishing off a fantastic piece of software when the fire alarm goes off. I wait the requisite 10 seconds to see if it's a test, then lock my workstation and head out to the assembly point. Stood there already is a wet Nerdy Tech, looking sheepish. I have no idea what I thought initially, but it just didn't occur to me what he could have done. I mill around waiting for roll call, chatting to people and hear rumors that it was an actual fire, or an explosion, or a bomb threat, or an invasion of House Targaryen. In short, no one knows. The general manager is talking to the fire chief as 4 firemen in breathing gear return and speak to them both. Bearing in mind that the manager has his back to me, I can see him lock up with anger. His arms go straight down, fists are made and his legs stiffen. He's not happy. And then he turns to me. Boss, the fire brigade say that something in the cabinet in archives caused the fire. I want a report on my desk by the end of the day. Everything in the archives is ruined. I head back in and pull out several pieces of charred IT kit and wiring. There's a device that is unfamiliar to me and looks homemade. I disconnect it and bring it into the office. It takes me another 30 minutes of emailing before I'm ready. Hey Nerdy Tech, can you pop in here for a moment please? Tech, sure. I drop the charred remains of a box on the table in front of him. Me, I remove this from the cabinet. Is it yours? Tech, Yes. He looks like the bottom has just fallen out of his world. I give him 5 minutes to find a colleague to sit with him while I phone HR and get them to listen in. Me, for the record, you admitted that this charred box of electronics on the table which was found in the networking cabinet, is yours. Tech, I did. It is mine. I have the photographic evidence taken before removal. There was a standard mains cable attached to it, and Ethernet cables going in and out. Can you tell me what it was for? Tech, you said that PoE injectors were expensive, so I made my own. Me, are you qualified for that? Tech, I have a decade of experience in electronics manufacture. I was trained in my last job, and it was part of that role. I passed this information on in my interview. Indeed, I knew this. Me, so what did you do to make it set the rest of it in fire? HR on phone, actually, can you tell us how it works? Tech, mains power goes in and is injected along the Ethernet cable so that it can power the device at the end. Standard stuff. PoE isn't mains power. It's somewhere around the 50 volts range, and it certainly isn't 5 amps. It melted the wire, blew up whatever was inside the box, and killed the switch it was plugged into. I don't know if the wireless point has been damaged yet. He opened his mouth to say something, but his colleague nudged him to shut him up. Me, it also caused the thermal seals on the sprinklers to melt and the sprinklers to activate. All the documents in the archive are soaked, and the remaining networking kit is waterlogged too. The company is looking at a high six-figure sum to put right all of the damage. HR, this constitutes gross professional misconduct. We have no choice but to fire you. You have 10 minutes to collect your belongings before security arrive to escort you off the premises. You may not re-enter these premises except as an invited visitor, and you are not allowed to work for the company in a current or similar capacity again. When they give you sass for a dumb mistake. Just came across this Reddit channel and thought I'd share this experience I had with an employee who gave me a bit of sass when they were the ones making it hard on themselves, lol. Mind you, the guide says to download the required OKTA Verify app. Caller, can someone help me set up OKTA Verify on my phone? Me, hi caller, I've reset your OKTA Verify. Go ahead and try to set it up again. Caller, thanks. Can you send me this instructions again? Me, sure. Send setup guide. Caller, send Slack call. Me, so sorry caller, I'm in a remote session with another employee at this time. I can give you a call after if you'd like. Caller, I don't see OKTA Verify setup right now. I mean bottom right. And now my OKTA is hung up. Wait, a screen just came up. Let me look at it. Me, great, keep me posted. Caller, after I scanned the QR code on my phone, this is what came up in the VIP Access mobile app. Sends screenshot. Honestly, it shouldn't be this hard. I have to get back to work, lol. Me, you're using the wrong application. You have to use the OKTA Verify app. Is there a reason you are using VIP Access? Caller, oops, I think I'm all set now. Me, fantastic. Please text link to my phone, not my email, on my phone. Not a support ticket item, but worthy of a post, I believe. We have a customer, let's call him Mr. X, who is very important to our organization. He's one of our biggest customers and loves us on top of that. A real win-win customer. For his 50th birthday, sales thought it would be a cool idea for employees to submit individual happy birthday videos to the customer. I thought it was a cool, neat idea as well. The process was to create the video and send it to the salesperson. They will then compile all the videos and send to Mr. X on his birthday. I made my video, did a few edits, then sent the salesperson an email with the link to my video. I then received an email back from the salesperson asking me to text her the link so that she could have it on her phone. The eyebrow-raising part was that her email asking me to text her the link so she could have it on her phone said sent from my iPhone at the bottom. Perplexed, I responded, the link is in my email and will work on your phone. She responded back, everyone has been texting me their videos. I need it texted to me so that it can be on my phone. Sent from my iPhone. I blinked a few times, grabbed my phone, went to my original email, copied and pasted the link, then texted her the link. She promptly responded with a thank you. Asterisk smiley face emoji. Why didn't you tell me that? I work as phone tech support. I got a CX who had some network-based issue, and various other issues, most of which I wasn't able to figure out because her answer to all of my probing questions was it doesn't work and some whining. It took me a couple minutes of increasingly verbose questions just to establish the phone was still turning on. So a fun one. I establish after some more questions her phone is not on Wi-Fi and get her to tap on the network. It prompts for a password. This spawns a discussion of her insisting that it doesn't have a password, and that she never typed in a password, and that no one set up her phone and typed it in, etc. Eventually I convince her to go downstairs and read the side of her router. She gets downstairs and immediately insists there's no password. I get her to read it off and suddenly there's a password that she starts reading off to me. I advise her I don't need to know it and just type it into the phone. She then tells me she left the phone upstairs for some reason, and was annoyed I didn't tell her to bring the phone with her to the router. Side note: I was previously given a dissatisfied survey by another customer for giving overly precise instructions. After she goes back upstairs to get the phone and type it in, it doesn't take the password. The customer winds up hanging up on me because she had convinced herself that the phone manufacturer, my company, had broken her phone because she had looked up the new line of models last night. Well, I can understand where you're coming from with that unfortunate timing, but if you just get the Wi-Fi password we can get your phone back to normal. Lady asterisk I didn't come here by bus click. Asterisk I am a guy who introduced himself as Nathan with not a very lady-like voice at all. I know this is not a very well written story, I have plenty more that I'll try to write better once I'm home with a keyboard.